Hi. This is where we're going to start today. This is the front of the house, which you can see from the road. We did some repair work last time we were here, but unfortunately it wasn't dry before we had to fly home, so that's yet to be sanded and painted. We need to get the ironwork off of the windows. They need to be rubbed down. The woodwork all needs to be rubbed down and painted.
Day in the life of Villa Sweet William. Cats and lambs playing together. Look at this. Oh, sorry, I've scared them. Alright, get cracking. First thing we're going to do, get rid of this ironwork. We're going to concentrate on painting this side of the house today. This has got to come off. I'm not sure how heavy this is. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be, but I'm going to give it a go. Okay. It's not moving at all. Oh yeah, it is. Tap that. Can you get into that corner at all? Can you get any kind of... It's all right, let's move along. This one's quite loose. The top's not. That's all the way through as well. Right. You reach up there. Try this one. Go back to this one. You can't get to it. Alright. We're good. Hang on. Okay. Can you get into this corner here? No?
These metal bars are here probably because the windows behind them are single glazed. In general, Zakynthos has got a really low crime rate. This community in particular is very safe. The neighbours spot if something's up instantly.
Well done. Yes!
Oh, that's heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Cool, win. That's
No one will come and take it with
mental. You good?
Yeah.
Good. Bloody hell, it's actually heavy, isn't it?
Against a tree?
The reason we decided to change our mind about where he's going to put the bars is we made a rookie error when we first moved in. We piled up stuff that we were in the middle of sorting or didn't know what to do with at the front of the house. Left the gates open one day and gypsies had been rifling through the stuff to see what they could find. They don't steal things, but when they can see that there's a pile of rubbish or what looks like it's being thrown away, they may go through it and help themselves. Just going back to that thought about the neighbours for a second. It's really nice village community feel. They're always looking about. You don't ever feel like your privacy's being invaded, but it's nice to know that they're constantly looking around for something that isn't quite right. The neighbours come over and chat to us a lot. Jo was there on her own recently and she spent a lot of time chatting to all of the people. They made her feel really safe, really welcome, and that was nice. Most crime in Zakynthos is pretty minor. Petty theft, pickpocketing. Violent crime is extremely rare. Overall, compared to a lot of western cities, it's a super safe place to be. And we definitely feel comfortable there.
Right. So instead of replacing this gutter, we're going to try and clean it up a bit and paint it and see what it comes out like. It's never been done before, so it should look better either way. Easy.
I recently did a solo trip out to Zanti, and I was a little nervous. It's the first time I've gone anywhere solo and not had someone the other end to meet me. But that was, my fears were quickly put aside. The neighbours all around regularly popped over to see if there was anything I needed, if I was okay, to tell me that I was part of their friends, that we were all friends. They really made me feel safe there, and at no time was I ever worried about being on my own, which really meant a lot to me.
Jo was messaging me while she was away, letting me know that this neighbour had popped over that we'd never seen before, and someone else's brother came over, and it was really nice to know that she was being thought about, and people were coming to make sure that she was okay when they realised she was doing a solo trip. Hopefully we won't be doing too many of those, but if we do need to do them, it's nice to know there's people there that are going to look after us. So one of the things that I started realising as soon as we started tackling these external walls is that the villa isn't actually small. It's the external profile of it is actually pretty big. There's a lot to do once you start painting, cleaning and sanding everything down.
Yeah, what we might envisage is a two-day job suddenly becomes a 4 or 5 day job, and you think, crikey, where's the time keep going? I was going to get this done and that done, and it's much bigger than I think we ever really actually realised.
Yeah, for sure. Which is a nice surprise, isn't it? Because I kind of thought that we were buying a small villa that would be really easy to get done fairly quickly. And although we're not taking it isn't taking us a long time, it also isn't that quick, is it, to get all of these jobs that need doing done?
No, there's an awful lot of effort that goes in from us. We've actually not been to the beach hardly at all, or spent any time going and sightseeing, which our neighbours kind of laugh at and say, go off and have fun, and
We just want to get stuff done.
oh, we're just trying to get the walls painted and we need to get it finished.
Better.
Yeah. But she's coming together really nicely now, and the villa's so spacious. The area around it, it is a labour of love, but it's so going to be worth it.
So these gutters we chose to sand and paint again. They're UPVC gutters, but if you sand them with a coarse sandpaper, you can apply an external paint and it will hold. And it starts to look better much quicker than if you was to take it all apart and start again with brand new UPVC gutters that are only going to go mouldy and green eventually anyway. So if you're trying to save a little bit of money and quite a lot of time, it's definitely worth considering sanding down those UPVC gutters and just getting a fresh coat of external paint on them. So far we've only used a couple of shops to buy DIY supplies from. We've used Moriarty's projects, and there is a couple of guys, but one in particular in there that speaks perfect English and is a really good help. And there's another place called Caparellis, which is up towards Zakynthos town, that we'll use if we're heading that way. Same there, they've got people in there that speak really good English and are always happy to help you.
It's quite funny though, in the UK when you go to buy DIY products, you go somewhere like B&Q or Wickes and you just walk in and wander around and pick up what you want and stick it in your trolley. So when we first started going into these places,
we thought it was the same.
Yeah, we just kind of walked in and bowled off to look round and decide what it was we wanted to buy, not realising that they actually like to go and get the products for you and want to kind of give you a full service of explaining what you might need and the best product to buy.
Options.
And everything that's available. So
Took a bit to get used to that, didn't it?
It did, but the Greek people were very kind in obviously humouring us not understanding what their method was in going shopping in DIY shops.
And as they say a lot, this is the Greek way. So instead of keep buying little pots to put your paint in, what we do is cut up water bottles or use old yogurt pots, and then you don't have to wash them out at the end of the day. You can just throw them away and start again tomorrow. Saves a little bit of time, doesn't it, Bo?
It does, yeah. It really helps keep everything tidy and moving on and recycling.
Yeah. Environmentally friendly. Just a quick reminder to hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video. You guys are really helping our channel grow, and we really appreciate your support. Okay, so we're going to continue with this wall next week. Pretty big project, and that's all we've got time for so far. We just want to highlight a really nice animal charity just up the road from us, called Zanti Strays, that Joe's been volunteering at.
So I'm driving for my second morning at Zanti Strays, and this happened to me the other morning as well, and having a hire car and driving through this is a little bit worrying. So much water in Zanti, and you never see water in Zanti, and it's literally like crazy. This is Diana. The first day that I went out with Zanti Strays, we went to the vets to take 5 puppies to be inoculated, and in return we had 2 dogs to bring back. Diana was one of them. She'd been hit by a car and left in the street. They didn't know too much about what had happened or about her, just that she was abandoned. So they brought her back to the strays, and she had to stay in the cage to see if she would be able to stand, and if she could stand, then there'd be a chance of recovery for her. Of course.
She had escaped on me one year.
Oh no. Oh, bless you. Hey, hello, darling. Good boy. It's a good boy. Being at the Strays is really rewarding. I really do like going there. There's lots to do. The volunteers there work so hard. There are an awful lot of dogs. They have to deal with some appalling situations, and not always in the best conditions. The dogs, they really surprised me. We have a dog at home, and I grew up with dogs, so I'm a dog lover. But there was a little bit about me that felt like I needed to be careful or be sure about these dogs. You know, some of them are big dogs, they're stray dogs, don't know anything about them. Yet their nature is more gentle and kind and loving than I could have ever really appreciated. They're just so grateful and so happy to see you. And even going into some of the pens, because I helped with the cleaning out in the morning, all they want to do is have a cuddle, have a bit of fuss, have some attention. They're desperate for someone to love them. Such a good boy. My 2 children, Scarlett and Jack, came one day with me to see Zanti Strays. They really loved playing with the puppies. It was a lot of fun. The puppies are crazy. You can imagine they really need wearing out. So any time that they can come out of the pen and play in the area is really good for them. They love that. And yeah, but it was hard not to want to bring them home. No. Hey. Good boy. Hey, Peter. How are you today? Peter, one of the dogs that we brought back from the vets, he has bad hips, and he's also got something wrong with his feet. I don't know if it's a foot or feet, because don't forget the dogs kind of speak Greek. It's you can imagine, can't you? You know, you say sit in to your dog in the UK, and they know what that means. The Greek dogs obviously speak Greek, so yeah, there is a small language barrier, but the biggest word they're looking for is love. But yeah, Peter's foot. I'm not sure if it's like an irritation or an infection, but he has cream for it. But yeah, the first day when I went to the vets, we brought him back, and the lady that runs the Zanti Strays said, "Oh, this one needs to come in the front with you," and literally this dog was put between my legs on the floor in the car, and he just wanted to be my best friend straight away. It was so lovely. He was like trying to say hi and stick his nose in, get a stroke, have a cuddle, just wanted to be sort of in and part of everything. But he actually seemed quite happy when he got back to Zanti Strays. I mean, not that any dog likes the vets, right? He seemed quite at home to get back in his pen, and when I saw him again the second time I went back, which was like 3 days later, he was really happy, like bouncing around inside his area. So it was nice to see Peter doing well. Some of the older dogs have been there a long time. Aquila, he's 6 and he's been there for a while. It's hard for them to be placed in the right homes, but my hope in sharing this is that it brings positive attention to the situation. There's a lot of initiatives now to spay dogs in Greece, and to slow the amount of puppies coming in. And over time, the younger generations being educated to inoculate and spay, neuter their animals will help change this situation. In the short term, there's no magic wand and quick answer, but I thought it was really important to highlight the situation out here. Hi. We first heard about Zanti Strays actually the very first day we turned up at the villa to collect the keys. When we were discussing with the estate agent what we were going to do with a lot of the belongings inside. One of the things I said was, you know, is there somewhere that the towels and bedding and stuff can go? Because I didn't want to just landfill everything. That's not what Chris and I are like. We would rather see it go to good purpose. So we called Zanti Strays and we took a couple of large bin sacks down there, balanced on the moped, of course. And hopefully they were able to put them to good use for the dogs. Hey, you guys. Hey. Hi. Let me say hello. There are still so many more pens, so many more dogs. It's just so sad. Something I really noticed watching these videos back, if you look at the dogs in the videos, they're all wagging their tails. Like, there's not one dog, even the ones that are really nervous of humans because they've either not been treated well or something's happened in their life, all their tails are wagging. They are so happy. They're so well cared for by the volunteers, and they're loved. They are really loved, and they're just waiting for someone to come along and give them their forever home. It was interesting to learn that black dogs will stay twice, if not longer, than the other dogs. For some reason, rehoming black dogs is just not as popular, and the black dogs get overlooked and left, which is really sad because the black dogs are lovely too. Yeah, I'd take them all home if I could, but Chris would probably kill me. Everybody loves the puppies, right? Hi. Hi. Crazy puppies. These are the puppies that I took to the vets on Friday to have their inoculation. This little guy. Hi. Hello. Hello. You too. I know. There's so much to say. Hey. Are you the one I carried in that was like cuddling me? I think it was you. Hi. You're giving me a paw. Hi. I know. It's so rough, isn't it, huh? Hey, you two. Oh. Hello. I'm gonna come and see you too. Last pen, huh? Hi. Oh, guys, you think you get forgotten at the end? Hey. Hello. No. Thank you for watching this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed everything we had to show you. As always, if you could like and subscribe to our channel, that would be really appreciated. It helps us grow and carry on with what we're trying to build. Thanks so much. See you next time.